Hi, I'm Richard, finalist from the Great British Bake Off 2014. Today we're going to make custard donuts, great with a cup of tea or on their own. To start, we're going to make the dough. It's a basic enriched dough and it's quite easy to make. Begin by activating the yeast with milk and sugar. Set it aside for 10 minutes and this will froth up into a lovely foam. Tip the flour, salt and sugar into the bowl. Add the egg, butter, yeast and milk and then mix up with a dough hook for 5 minutes. You're looking for your dough to become springy and smooth. Once your dough is kneaded, stick it in a bowl, cover it with cling film and leave it to rise at room temperature. Don't be tempted to speed it up with more heat or your donuts will collapse later on. While the dough is rising, we can get on with the custard. Start by heating the milk and vanilla paste in a pan. In a heat-proof bowl, whisk the egg, corn flour and sugar together till it makes a yellow paste. Once the milk is hot but not yet boiling, gently whisk it into the heat-proof bowl with your egg mixture until it's fully incorporated. Pour the custard back into the pan and cook until thickened. Keep it moving with a silicone spatula so you don't get lumps. Once the custard is thickened up, put it back in the bowl, cover with cling film and put it in the fridge to cool. So, as you can see, the dough has risen. Now it's time to knock it back. So I'm just knocking out the big air bubbles from the dough now, otherwise you'll get donuts with massive holes in them. So now I'm going to divide this dough into 10 pieces at 60 grams per piece. And then roll each one up like this. Press it down and leave it to rise in an oiled tray. Make sure you oil the tray or they'll stick to the bottom. I'm pressing these donuts into discs rather than leaving them round, just so that when they cook they're not big spherical balls. Sometimes it doesn't cook all the way through if they're great big spheres. So I'll keep rolling these up until I've done all 10. Then I'm going to cover them up with cling film and leave them to rise for 45 minutes. No more, no less, or your donuts will collapse. Okay, 45 minutes have gone by, the donuts have risen, the oil is hot, we've reached 170 degrees, time to cook them. I'm doing 2 at a time just because that's the easiest amount to fit into a saucepan. These ones take about 2 minutes on either side. You want to look for a nice kind of golden brown rather than a rich brown. If you do a rich brown, then they're overdone. When you're frying donuts, don't expect to have loads of oil and bubbles frothing around. If you're doing that, then your oil's too hot. So you know you've done them right when you get a little white ring around the edge of your donuts. That just means there's enough air in them. So I'm taking these out and just putting them on some paper to soak some of the oil out of them. So this is the white ring you want to achieve. I'm going to carry on cooking them up till they're all done. Okay, so the donuts have cooled. I've loaded the custard into a piping bag. It's time to fill the donuts. So this is a flavour injector. They're pretty cheap, but they're very good for stabbing into a whole donut. So I'm just squeezing the custard into the injector. So each donut gets 45 ml of custard. It's quite a good dose really. Luckily, the injector takes 45 ml of custard. And don't forget, if you guys make these at home, we'd love to see them. Send us your pictures. Right, now they're filled, I'm going to dust them with icing sugar because everything tastes better dusted in icing sugar. So there we are, custard donuts. I'm going to have one with a cup of tea and I'll see you next time.